Hello and welcome back to Ascending Without Wings. My name is Raina and this is your weekly reading for the 14th to the 20th of January 2019 for our lovely Cancer people. So I'm just going to pull some energy oracle cards for the week just to see what our lovely Cancer people are up against overall energy-wise. And then we'll pull some tarot to get some clarifiers. And I should just mention, if you wish to like, share, or subscribe, please feel free to do so. These readings are general and they may or may not apply. There may not be many messages for you in here. They might be just one or two for individuals, but I do try and, I request my team to allow me to have as much guidance for as many people out there as possible. So a couple of those that fell out have actually flipped over. I'll move these so they can be seen in the screen. And as usual, the pendulum. I can all five for Cancer for 20th, so 14th to the 20th of January. Thank you. So the ones that have flipped over, I'll go with the positive one first. The door to value. So value as in abundance, flowing. Looks like the door's opening, and on the other side there is a city of gold. And as you're walking through, you're being showered with money. And there's beautiful pink flowers on the other side. So it's very beautiful. It almost, because of the pink flowers, it's sort of the unconditional love energy color. So that to me is very heart chakra based. It almost feels like when you open your heart and start living from the heart, which is all part of this spiritual evolution process that we're going through, it opens up a world of abundance, and you open your heart and you can pour your heart out as you feel inclined to. And you'll do things that are pure love, basically, like your perspective shall shift and your vibration will shift. And when your vibration rises, you start attracting more positive things into your life. And so a lot of us may have had, vows from past lives where we've got vows of poverty, not vows of poverty. And that can be really tricky. And throughout the ascension process, we're resolving karmic debts, cutting karmic bonds, healing past life issues, healing childhood trauma issues, whatever the case may be. But you do a lot of inner work, and you're kind of clearing out the unnecessary baggage that kind of weighs you down in life. And as you start releasing layers and layers of the things that hold you down, you truly start feeling like you're just floating through life. It's very weird. I guess some people might say it's almost like a feeling of feeling ungrounded. And yes, there is a sort of a floaty aspect to it. But to me, it's almost like you're able to tune into the fifth dimension and sort of be consciously, with that sort of mindset, be tuned into the fifth dimension kind of frequency. So everything that you comes into your consciousness and you come into contact with will be vibrating on a higher frequency. And so there's a lot of positivity. And at the end of the day, money is energy. Everything is energy. So of course, money will also be the same. And if you can shift your relationship or your perspective on energy, then you will shift your abundance blocks right out of the way and open up the door to some, I'm sure, very well deserved and needed prosperity. Okay, so the not so fun card that we have here is anxiety. So anxiety, it's like a mental prison. Every time I see this card, I always feel like, at a glance, those windows, the way they are, they look like prison bars. So you're imprisoned by your own thoughts, kind of tormenting you and going around in circles. Not a very nice energy, not fun to be experiencing it. I do know about that. But it's also something that you have the power to change. So it's not completely out of your control. And just looking at the numbers, daughter value is a 4. That's kind of the angelic energy vibration. Anxiety is 18, so that reduces down to a 9. So I guess you're getting close to the end of the period in your life where anxiety and worries can sort of overwhelm you or sort of take center stage and be very predominant in your mind. Okay, so the next card we have is the 6th chakra, third eye. Third eyes are being opened, activated, whatever term you wish to use. It's a very intense energy time. It is the 16th in Sydney at the moment. It would be the 15th for my friends in the US. And I can already feel the full moon, like full super blood. Is it super? Yeah, it is super blood moon, and it's a total lunar eclipse. So super blood moon is intense enough as it is, and now we're getting a total lunar eclipse, which is also quite deeply, deep subconscious emotional stuff, and the intensity that goes with that. So hang on to your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a fun ride. However, just don't get too caught up in the turns and curves and detours that may present themselves, because everything happens for a reason. There is always a higher wisdom to everything, and you're always given exactly what you need. Not necessarily what you want, but you will get what you need in life. That is a given, and that we can't change. So yeah, maybe you're seeing a little more deeply into the world around you. I actually noticed earlier, just before I jumped on here to record this, that I'm starting to see energy again. Like I was just hanging out with my cat and looking around. It's almost like with TVs when they're analog, I guess you could say, and you get that staticky thing where it's almost like black and white little splotches, and it looks like it's really busy and it's moving around all the time. So it's almost like your eyes start doing that. So I'm feeling, just because of some of the way, those little star thingies that you can see there. And also, like when you hurt yourself really, really badly, sometimes you can actually see little stars shooting in your eye, in your vision. That's what it kind of reminds me of. So yeah, maybe starting to see flashes of light or little, glow and orbs and things like that. That's basically your angels and your team trying to connect with you, but also it is the fact that you are now have your third eye open, and so you're tuning into the 4th and 5th dimension more. So you might have some old relatives popping up to say hello, and just ask your team to make sure that your third eye activation is at a pace that you can handle, so that you don't necessarily see something too soon that might freak you out a little bit or startle you, because you kind of cut that connection off, and because you freaked out, it can sort of almost shy away. And that's the thing. The universe is about free will, and even your family that love you and they like to communicate with you, if they freak you out, they will back off until they feel, or until you sort of put it out there that you're okay with the communication or the interaction again. So just bear that in mind, and ask your angels and your higher self just to be gentle with you at a pace that is, something that won't be too harsh for you. Yeah. Okay. Now, next card we have is Jenny. So this is quite a beautiful card. It's kind of mystical almost. She's walking over a bridge, which is over a little lake, I believe, and sort of an evening scene. It almost looks like a mystical land, like fairies will be popping around from the corner any second now. And that lamp is just lighting up the path directly in front of her. So it's very reminiscent of the ascension journey. It's kind of, you are only shown or given your immediate next steps. If you were to see the bigger picture, chances are being, living in this very 3D programmed world, which is quite fear-based, you would freak out and be like, no, that's not me. I can't accomplish that. I can't see myself in that position. No, this is not the path for me. And you probably would end up going off path. But that's part of the deal as well, is that you only see what is in front of you, so that, yes, you might feel a little bit challenged. You've been asked to step out of your comfort zone. However, it's not a huge leap out of your comfort zone. It's just one step. So most of us can, muster up the courage to handle that. most of the time. So I think it's kind of a really sweet and wonderful setup to be able to, have this grand plan that you come down here to accomplish, but having a deal with your team that helps you along the way to sort of say, look, that with the way the circumstances are going to be, chances are, if you give me the full story, I'm going to freak out, run away, and try and, shut down the connection that we have for communication. However, if you only give me the information, the breadcrumb trail, basically, that is most beneficial to me at the time and will get me where I need to go, then so be it. And unfortunately, that sometimes can involve a little misinformation or almost, being guided to something for a perceived or a not very clearly explained reason. And most of us don't ask for reasons when we're guided to do certain things. We just kind of do it because it comes naturally. But yeah, there's a reason for it. It's for our benefit. So sometimes you need to have a few little detours and a few little pebbles that you step on along the way to be able to appreciate the good stuff. Okay, the last card that we have is the Garden and the Gate. It's so interesting. This is last after the Journey card. So as I was saying, you're only shown a little bit of what's coming. Not all of it, because naturally speaking, most of us aren't evolved enough to be able to sort of take it in our stride and go, okay, no worries, even though I may not be able to sort of fathom how the person I am right now could possibly evolve into that person and do those things that you're telling me that's going to happen or are planned to happen. This is the part of it where whatever you are shown, you're kind of freaking out about it because there's a beautiful garden and you're staring off at it like it's so beautiful. Wow, it's it's just there. It's just on the other side. It's within reach, but you are lacking the courage to open that gate and walk through it. It's right there. I really like it. It's beautiful. It looks very inviting, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's very apprehensive. Yeah. Fear of the unknown and fear of change. They're the two things that come to mind right now. And trust me, when it comes to fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of failure, all of it, I know much about these things. However, I also know a lot about the benefit in consoling yourself and sort of, I guess, propping yourself up enough to handle putting yourself out there just a little bit. Trust me, guys, like a little grain of courage goes a really long way on this journey. Especially at the moment, we are getting, light workers are just getting rewarded. And even if it doesn't seem or feel that way, trust me, it'll be right around the corner. As soon as you sort of start feeling a bit like, oh no, this is kind of hopeless, it's never going to happen or whatever, do not give up hope. It's always darkest before the dawn, and that saying is more true in life than anything else. It really is. If you're going through a bit of a rough time and kind of like, I have no idea how much further I can go and how much more I can handle. It's weird because you kind of get some sort of little victory that'll be a little bit of relief for you when you start feeling that way. But there's a divine timing to everything, my friends. And sometimes it kind of sucks because we live in linear time and we kind of would like things to be now. But anything that is you have to wait for is usually worth the wait. I have found most things that I've had to wait for have really, truly been worth the wait. Anyway, enough reminiscing. Archangel Michael, is this the first clarifier for door value? Are we having just one clarifier for all? Okay. Yes. All right, so door value, we have Ace of Swords. So some sort of divine idea, truth. Yeah. I'm just going to grab all the cards and then I'll talk about them. This clarifies anxiety. Get there. Sorry guys, in Sydney, in Australia, we have a few local pests that make our lives difficult occasionally. Apart from the creepy crawly ones, there's flies and mosquitoes. We really have an abundance of them around here, and they annoy the crap out of me. However, they find a way to get in, and if you see them flying around, I do apologize. They're kind of annoying. Are these the rest of the clarifiers for this reading? No, thank you. I don't mind. Those weren't the most chirpiest cards. Which might please clarify the third eye. Third eye chakra card, please. Okay, are these the three clarifiers for the reading? So 9 of Wands for the third eye. Knight of Swords for journey, and okay, so the card that went with Door to Value, which I was saying, kind of when your vibration rises or your frequency rises, and you become a bit more high vibe, a bit more spiritual, a bit more in tune with the universe. It's like opening up a door because your personal energy that you're radiating out into the world actually becomes more positive. So like it attracts like, you're bringing the same positivity that you're radiating out into the world back into your life. So it's pretty beautiful. With the Ace of Swords, okay, Ace of Swords usually divinely inspired thoughts, ideas, conversations, action plans, something like that. Maybe it's a business idea, maybe it's somebody coming out with a bit of honesty that kind of opens up some form of abundance for somebody else. Somebody comes clean about something which maybe clears some blocks to abundance for another person. For some reason, there might have been some past life connection, maybe karmic ties, something like that. But sometimes people can, indirectly cord into your energy as well and be draining you. And in that case, Archangel Michael, ask him to cut any energetic cord that might be draining your energy and return your energy to you cleansed and refreshed. That's the easiest, simplest way to do it. But I really feel like this clarifying Door to Value, there's, an idea, business idea, spiritual business, something like that. I really feel it's more that way inclined. But it's kind of like the truth of your soul. Like the truth in this is the authentic part of your soul is going to come out in whatever this is. And I believe it is divinely inspired. It's going to bring you growth. I think it's going to further your ascension. It's going to grow your own abilities and skills, whatever soul skills that you've brought into this life. And I really feel like this is very much someone starting a business or a hobby turning into a business, spiritual work, but whatever it is, my friend, you're on a winner. You're walking through the dollar value. Money is raining down. So whatever this idea or thought is, especially if it's a recurring one, chances are it's coming from your team and it's either something you've planned on accomplishing in this life. So they're kind of going, okay, let's go, next steps. Or it's something just that you've increased your frequency enough to tune into the collective consciousness. And the universe sometimes shoots out inspiration to many, many people at the same time. That's why you'll notice, inventions, multiple people around the world will be making the same kind of invention at the same time because of the fact that it's kind of like the energy of this idea has gone out into the universe. Certain souls have picked it up, they've been inspired, and they've run with it. And that really is beautiful and shows that we're all connected. Somehow we're all connected. And so there is like the collective consciousness, there's the knowledge base that exists that you can tap into with certain practices. And I do feel like this could be one of those things that's a brilliant invention idea and has the potential to open up the floodgates of abundance for you and financial freedom. So if you've been being inspired this week and it's kind of like this idea, somehow it feels like it's a brilliant thing yeah, it might seem a bit, okay, maybe out of my depth kind of thing. Whatever it is, it's coming to you for a reason. It's coming to you because you are actually very much capable of accomplishing this. And trust me, if you do follow through with this, I'll just show you the card again. It can speak for itself, okay? See all of that? Yeah. Enough said. So, the unfortunate anxiety card we had. Anxiety is being caused because patience is required. So there's something going on in your life. It's almost like you're waiting for something to come out. Maybe you've applied for a loan or a course of study, some form of application where you actually have to wait on a response, and having to be patient and wait for this process to, play itself out and for you to get the answers or the outcome that you're hoping for. It's requiring a lot of patience, and that's causing you to kind of stew away in your head. And this guy looking kind of sad, kind of like, come on, are we done yet? Please. He looks quite sad. So, guys, like, honestly, that P word, patience, is one of my least favorite words, I have to say. However, it's a really great attribute to develop, no matter how old you are. Because it actually saves you from a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety, which, this person really, truly has a hard time with patience. That's why it's causing them anxiety. And the thing is, the only thing in this world you can control is yourself and your reaction and your behavior. So rather than getting anxious because you have to be patient, and you actually know this. So it's kind of like, well, why are you getting anxious about something that you know there's nothing you can do about it? And you have no choice but to wait. It's a pointless waste of energy, isn't it? So maybe focus on the things you can control. Find something that'll distract you from this, like watch a movie. Comedy is brilliant. Having a laugh is such a great distraction from anything that might be stressing you out. Yeah. Watch funny cat videos, baby laughing videos. They crack me up big time. But yeah, cats are crazy, and I love them, so they always win for me. But I'm sure I'm getting the point across. Do something that makes you laugh. Like, seriously, just shake off that, I'm tired of waiting, but I have no choice. Okay, oh bummer. And like just moping around kind of energy, it's really pointless, and it's not helping you or anybody around you. I can guarantee you that. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the third eye chakra card. We clarify for that is the Nine of Wands. So another kind of I'm tired, I want out. Are we there yet? Are we done yet? Kind of energy. Spiritual ascension, like, is basically the evolution of the soul. The soul never stops evolving, not even beyond death from this lifetime. You basically just transform back into, an astral form, which is not visible to the human eyes. We're eternal beings, people. Our soul lives on. It doesn't end when this life ends. It's just in a suit. It's basically like if we went to the moon, we'd have to put a spacesuit on to be able to walk around on the surface. Consider this body our spacesuit on Earth, okay, to be able to function in this environment. I think you're tired of this whole evolution stuff. You're kind of copying it with the energies. You're feeling a bit like almost unstable because you're getting intuition and messages and visions even because it's related to the third eye, and it's all kind of overwhelming. I think your ascension is really kind of cranking up, and whether you have or you haven't done your inner work and started pursuing your own healing and things like that, or meditating and just trying to sort of get in tune with the earth or get in tune with the elements or something like that, and just kind of ground yourself and at least have a bit more natural living, like less toxins, less alcohol, less drugs, drinking, whatever it may be. I feel like you could make lifestyle changes to help yourself in this. So if you like to drink a lot, maybe reduce it by 1 a day. 1 is not much, my friends. And seriously, if you do it by 1 a day, you don't really feel it, but it's also slowly disciplining yourself, but not being harsh, being gentle enough with yourself that you're kind of sort of disciplining yourself in a nurturing way, so that you're making progress and you are evolving and you're doing what's good for your soul evolution as well as your physical health and well-being. But at the same time, it's not something that you're feeling discomfort from having to do. And slowly but surely, as you do these things, the confidence will build and you'll start, instigating change a lot faster and more willingly. So don't worry, guys, that energy is not so bad. You are feeling tired, you're feeling drained, you want you want a massive timeout. But Nine of Wands also traditionally is a message of please hang in there because you are not done yet. There's something else going on. You're in the process. You're kind of like between checkpoints on your ascension path. You're doing a little bit of an uphill climb right now. That's why you're feeling tired and drained. Just catch your breath, rest up, have a Epsom salt bath if you need to try and detox your body of any negative energies that might be in it. Crystals are beautiful, as you can probably tell. I love my crystals. Clear quartz is amazing. It heals all the chakras, and it's really, really good to have around. Labradorite, which is over there, is also really, really beautiful, very spiritual, very high vibe. Rose quartz is for self-love and just harmonious, loving energies within the home, basically. And amethyst is very spiritual also. So a few suggestions there. But do try something. And even like flower essences, the Bach flower remedy can make ascension symptoms a little bit more bearable. But even something as simple as when you wake up in the morning, go outside and just put your bare feet on the grass. And when it's damp and the morning dew is there, it's actually really it's almost like rejuvenating. It really wakes you up. It's better than a cup of coffee, I can tell you that. And I used to love my coffee. I was a massive coffee freak once upon a time. Those days are gone. Okay, moving on. The Knight of Swords is a card that we have to clarify, that journey card, the one where it's kind of the breadcrumb trail. Okay, I'm laughing because it's got breadcrumb trail. This guy doesn't want a breadcrumb trail. He's off on a mission and he's flying at breakneck speed. I can tell you that. That's why I'm laughing, because it's kind of the journey we were saying. I was saying that you can only see a couple of steps in front of you, or only given the amount of information you require at the time. So I feel like this week we might be given some sort of information that lights a fire under us and truly sets us off. So what I was saying earlier about a lot of people, I don't know if I was saying it to you guys, maybe I was just thinking it to myself, but a lot of us have been guided to step up as far as our service to humanity kind of missions are concerned. A lot of us are being guided to start doing, guiding people, teaching people, mentoring people, whatever it may be. We all have our own little game plan we came down here with. So whatever you were being poked and prodded with and you're kind of hesitating, hoping that it was maybe a false alarm, maybe in some cases. Yeah, whatever unwillingness or hesitation that you had about moving forward, about stepping out of your comfort zone, challenging yourself and doing whatever it is that you're being guided to or led to do at the moment by your team. This card for me confirms that you finally just went click, and for whatever reason, however it happens, it doesn't matter because it's all for the best. You are now flying off on a mission. But also there's a little bit of a caution thing here. He's rushed off so fast and so quickly that he's forgotten to put his visor down. So he's going to end up with, dust, and if he's in Australia, there'll be flies in his face and all the rest. But there's also, I feel like some of you are going through certain things in your ascension journey, and you've learnt so much. You're kind of finally really excited and inspired about sharing this information and sharing your growth and your story with others to inspire them and help them to pursue their mission, their journey, their ascension, whatever it is. Okay. So maybe you've recently had some sort of an experience that absolutely blew your mind and was a bit of a turning point on your spiritual evolution, or even in your life in some other context. I feel like you want to tell the world you're really excited about it. Swords is air, air sign energy. So it's Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And we've also got Pentacles and Wands in this reading. So Pentacles is earth signs, that's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And Wands is fire signs, which is Leo, oh my goodness, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Sorry, guys. All right, I think I should move on. I think that's all in there. Okay, Michael. Yeah. Oh, the reason why I was saying that evolution, etc. There's butterflies on the reins of the thing on the horse. So yeah, I feel like this is someone that's leveled up or discovered something new or something exciting or just really been inspired. Like there's something that's truly gotten you very, very excited and enthusiastic and off on a mission. And I really like my eyes keep on going back to the first card, which is the Ace of Swords under Door of Value. I feel like it's got something to do with that. It's kind of like something has hit you like a bolt of lightning. And to get that ball rolling, I feel like you do require some patience. And that is making you kind of feel a bit anxious and a bit tired and a bit like, really, do I want to keep on doing this? I'm a bit over it kind of energy. But then something shifts, something happens, and you are just so excited. And then you turn into the Knight of Swords because that Ace of Swords energy has given you this amazing inspiration and it's opened up so many doors and so much potential. And you're just like, they say, oh, your Christmases have come at once. Like you pinch yourself, you're looking for where the hidden joke is in this situation because you're like, no, this is too good to be true. I don't believe it. I don't understand it. So yeah, I actually like that. It's really good. That's really good. The stress and the not wanting to be patient and stewing over that is all worth it. It's that beautiful, really. And also the final card to finish off your reading under the Garden Gate, where I was saying it's kind of, you're looking at this beautiful sort of valley or mountainside and you're admiring it and very lovingly, but you're just hesitating to actually open that gate up and go explore it. So there's a curiosity, but a bit of fear and a bit of anxiety as well. But the card that clarifies it is actually quite a beautiful card, Temperance, the card of balance or alchemy and transmutation. Can also signify sobriety. So I think I mentioned earlier, addiction or whatever, drugs or whatever, drugs, smoking, drinking, anything in moderation. Anything is good as long as it makes you feel good, as long as it is in moderation. If you're doing things so that they're harming your health or, making your physical well-being or fitness and health decline, it's not good for you, my friend. We're here to enjoy this physical experience and the physical world. So there's nothing wrong with enjoying a drink or, whatever it is that you like. But doing it to excess, doing it to like a stage of binging is just unhealthy and unnecessary. Because this card basically kind of signifies if you're able to balance yourself. And this can also signify balancing your own inner masculine and feminine energy. This can be about your, your shadow side and the light that you carry. That can be a bit of a battle as well. Also, how you balance your spiritual progress and spiritual practices in life, as well as your physical world life. Like you may have a 3D job, as they say. And that can be really, really tricky. Sort of being quite spiritual, involved in high vibe and, almost shooting into 5D majority of your existence. And then all of a sudden you have to go out into the physical world, which is so dense and, 3D, and being around a mix of people, really having to sort of balance your spiritual aspect and sort of tone it down because it's not the norm or not the main energy in that space. It's more focused on other things, focused on generating finances because it's a business, whatever. It's, the heart's not there. It's more mind, business, very black and white, logical. So I feel like this, whatever it is that you're balancing, whatever it is that's sort of, you need to perfect the tipping of the balance, yeah? Once you do, you will have the courage and the drive to open that gate up and step out of your comfort zone well and truly and start climbing that little hill that's in front of you. Because I believe at the top of that hill is some beautiful, beautiful things coming for you. I'm actually just noticing there's a bird sort of flying near her head. I doubt you'll be able to see it just from here. But yeah, it's kind of like you step over to the other side of that gate and you will soar like a giant eagle. I was going to say eagle, but come on, giant eagles are so much more impressive. All right, so how are we doing for time? Beautiful, beautiful. We're doing good today. All right. Arch Angel Michel. We're good? All the messages are good? All right. Heart and Soul Oracle. Thank you. All right. My absolute favorite Oracle deck. It's relatively new. The Heart and Soul Oracle. Yeah. I love it. That might be an understatement. All right. Luckily, I have loud hands, so I'm able to handle these. It's a bit odd juggling, juggling cards. It would be odd juggling cards, wouldn't it? Okay. Feel like there may be one more for us. Okay, Michael, for our lovely Cancer people, for the week of the 14th to the 20th of January, is 3 all there is. Thank you. Are these the correct 3? Thank you. All right. Now, first card is this beautiful card. And I'll just read you the message. Okay, so this card says, don't be swayed by someone's strong opinions. Just do what feels right for you. If what you are hearing doesn't resonate with you, then it most probably isn't for you. Listen to and respect other people's views, but stay true to your own inner vision and beliefs. Live freely and express the beauty of your ideas. Exactly. Standing in your truth and your authenticity definitely ties into the Ace of Swords energy right there. Okay, so second card is this one. Really beautiful. It's like an oil painting of a sunrise. Gorgeous. I love them, in case I haven't said that already. Okay, this card says, you are a beautiful soul full of wisdom, compassion, and great love. If you feel trapped, it is because you have created your own bondage. It is time to free yourself of the guilt that has kept you feeling stuck and allow the sacred rhythms of life to flow through you once more. Beautiful. Seriously, when you get into the flow, like literally, it's almost like you zone out and you start doing whatever it is and you're just, it's like you're floating through it. It's like you're in this weird little dance with the universe. It's crazy. That's the only way I can explain it. When you get in that zone, you'll know what I'm talking about. This absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. It says, through the power of love, all shall unfold in the most perfect way for all concerned. This card is a blessing from an angel who is here to reassure you that all is well. There is no need to worry. All is bathed in a sea of divine love. That is so beautiful. Okay, my lovely Cancer people. I really hope that you got some messages and some guidance that resonated with you. And I hope that you have a wonderful week. I do apologize that this is slightly late. I'll try and actually get them done in advance for the week in future. However, life does happen, so please excuse me if that doesn't happen. Once again, please feel free to like, share, or subscribe. And if you have any comments or any feedback for me, please leave a comment. I will respond as soon as I am able to. And if you are interested in private readings, in the drop-down box below this video, there is all the information you require about how I do my readings, etc., as well as my website, so that you can book a reading when and if you feel inclined. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a great week, people. Talk to you soon.